electrical or plumbing?
Yeah, I guess you could if you really wanted to. Would I recommend it? Definitely not. I wouldn't recommend doing anything that you're not experienced in. I'm a carpenter. That's what I stick to. I stick to carpentry. If I'm doing stuff in my own house, I do the carpentry work. I call my electrician if I need electrical work done. I call my plumber if I need plumbing work done. I want to make sure it's done properly. Sure, I could change a faucet if I wanted to, or maybe fix a leaky trap or something like that if I really want to do that. Those things like that. But if you're building or doing a major renovation, you're going to want to bring in the professionals to make sure it's done properly, making sure like your plumbing's vented properly, that everything is drained properly, have the right slope, your traps in the right place, connected. You don't want to come home to a flooded basement for if you have basements where you live because your plumbing wasn't done properly. Same with electrical. That's plumbing and electrical. You have to be licensed where we are in Ontario. Uh, Unfortunately, you don't need to be licensed. Even though I am a licensed carpenter, you don't need to be licensed to call yourself a carpenter. So electricians in our industry are governed separately. So there's the ESA, Electrical Safety Authority, because there's so many issues that could be bad electrical. You could kill yourself, right? So that's done separately. The city doesn't even inspect that here. The city does inspect plumbing and framing and structural and all of that stuff. So electrical, definitely not something you want to be playing with. You want to make sure things are stapled properly. You want to make sure that you don't have too many plug loads on one breaker. You want to make sure you have the right plugs and the right breakers. You want to make sure everything looks clean. And if I show you a picture of what our electrician does for ours, everything is labeled properly. Everything comes into the panel nice and clean. It's not a mess. There's not going to be any junction boxes anywhere. I couldn't tell you how many times we rip stuff apart and we find homeowner specials. Not to say that all homeowners don't know what they're doing, but just hidden junction boxes. My brother was sending me pictures of his place that he bought in Toronto, and he's like, check this out. And they didn't even, I'll have Veronica upload a picture, I'll get the picture to her, but they didn't even use the box properly, like the way it was supposed to be used. Like I think they run wires to do different holes. Anyways, I'll get Veronica to upload the picture. But things like that, right? And if you're passing that on to somebody else, if you're not doing it properly, and then you're putting yourself at risk, but you're putting everybody else who's in your house at risk. And then if you pass that on to somebody else, now they're at risk. What happens if a fire does start? Whose conscience is that going to be on? So those are things that I think about. And I want to make sure it's done properly. So if you have experience, if you're licensed, sure, do it yourself. If you're a homeowner and you're just trying to save some money, please think twice. If you have to hire a friend who's an electrician to save some money, maybe do that. But please get guys who know what they're doing: plumbing, electrical, structural, so carpentry, all of those things. Because you don't want, if anything did happen, I would hate for it to come down on you.